Alright, Schlockmeister fans, gonna watch a movie I've never seen before called Murderlust. One word. Let's check it out.
Steve. What?
This is Steve, and that's a prostitute.
So where's the badge?
I'm not a cop, baby. I'm the dog. I punish people.
Kinky, huh?
You want to say I'm a special kind of customer with special kind of needs. Second, what's the matter?
He needs her again
I'm
outside.
I'll explain something to you, okay? What I said inside, I didn't mean it, girl. It was just a put on, okay? I didn't mean to scare you.
No, you didn't scare me. Just don't get into kinky stuff, got it?
I got it. Okay, so what do you get into? I'll pay.
So they drive off together.
I just thought of something. You aren't gay, are you?
Yeah, you got a big mouth.
You can just fill it up if you can get your thing to work. Oh.
He then takes her in the back of the van and strangles her to death. That's what he does.
You can join the others.
Takes her out to the Mojave Desert and apparently dumped her on top of other bodies. Now, Steve, when he's not killing prostitutes, he's a youth counselor at his local church. Although this student named Debbie apparently isn't a big fan of his.
Pretty good likeness, don't you think?
Let's go. We'll find the others. Oh, I like this one.
He brings another woman home and chokes her to death too. And another trip out to the desert.
Boy, you girls sure are stinking up the place.
And for good measure, he's gonna pee on this one. He's behind on his rent too.
This takes care of last month's. What about this one?
Look, the truth is, I'm a little overextended right now. If you don't mind, I get paid on Thursday. You'll get your check on Friday.
Well, I guess they have now discovered his dumping ground.
Not so at all.
He picks up this girl named Cheryl who had some car trouble, but she shows some genuine interest in
Did you
him.
get these tools?
So
No, it's a little late anyway.
he changed his mind about killing her.
I sat here gabbing, and you didn't get what you wanted.
No, that's okay. I got something else instead. Secret admirer.
Study.
Remember that girl Debbie who drew the picture of the penis?
But I don't know how else to kind of this. Schultz's daughter has accused you, kind of, it's hard to say the word. Well, she's accused you of touching her in the wrong way.
What?
I know, I couldn't believe it either.
What we have here is a girl with a very low sense of self-worth. At least that's what I've noticed lately. I think that Debbie has been reaching for something to boost her self-esteem. I think she's found that something. A sexual involvement with a boy. Well, at least that's what I've noticed recently, in light of the picture that Debbie drew in Sunday school last Sunday.
I know.
And what does Dad think?
Everything you say is true. My daughter's such a vicious liar. She would do anything to destroy a person's life. I'm sorry, Steve.
Calling John.
What the hell? I didn't say a word. I didn't do a thing.
He's got a job as a security guard or something.
You know, you're one big screw-up, Belmont. Guys like you give the union a bad name. I told Joe he can do whatever he needs to.
Yeah, Joe just decided that's winning number 3. Thanks a lot, Belmont. This is a big day for me.
And he just lost his job.
Last day.
Of being delayed in
But he gets a new job as a custodian.
You're not going to loan me the money? I'm not saying that I won't lend you the money.
All right, then what?
I'll lend you the money, but under one condition.
What's that?
That you take a job.
A job.
Here in this store.
He spots his next victim walking down the street.
Hey, I don't mean to sound boring. I've got a tough talker, and I'm really thinking about using you in some still photography work. I saw you walking there. I thought, why not? You ever done any model work? No, I'm serious. Here's my card right here. That's me, Frank. Frank Gardone. I do a lot of studio work and the weddings. That pays my bills.
Well, she stupidly goes to his apartment.
Well, I told you not to call your mother. Huh?
Another body dumped in the desert. Didn't the police find his dumping ground? Maybe this is a new dumping ground. Not doing so great on his new job.
Domestic scene. What's the matter with you? You come in 20 minutes late and now you're taking a 45-minute coffee break? Haven't you heard them paging you for the past?
There is a body of a teenage girl found. Nobody is safe with the Mojave murderer around.
Just let the killer try and come after me. I'll show him what's what.
Oh, how would you do that? Why don't I ring for the butler?
He's getting a new job as a youth counselor at the church. Some special program is starting.
A Christian in the truest sense of the word.
Don't you believe in knocking? And what's the matter with you? You're 20 minutes late.
Big deal.
What?
I just said. I quit.
Now wait a minute.
Steve.
Anyway, he was making out with Cheryl, and I think he couldn't perform.
What just happened?
Nothing.
I don't understand. You just cut me off.
Take the desk.
That girl Debbie ran away from home apparently and
Come on, sit down.
went to the
You're
church.
gonna turn me in, aren't you?
Calm down.
I'm trouble.
I'm not gonna do anything right away. Let's talk about this, okay?
Talk. Bullshitty talk.
Well, he says, Debbie, come back to my place and then we'll figure out what's going to happen in the morning. Of course, we know what's going to happen tonight. We don't see it, but there you go. Cheryl's apparently connected to the church and that new job he's going to get.
He agrees with me. It's going to withhold funding from the unit until the killer is caught.
So that means no job.
Steve, what's the matter? Steve, you're scaring me.
What am I supposed to do? Something good comes along and you have to fuck it up.
So he takes her to the desert, yells at her some more.
What are you doing?
You women are all the same, aren't you? Just as soon as something good comes along, you gotta fuck it up. The Mojave murderer? I killed all of them. Even that girl, Debbie. She was the best one of them all. Hurt you? I'm gonna blow your fucking head off.
So as he's choking her, she says, "Kiss me, kiss me." Which I think turns into biting him. And although her mouth is covered in blood, I don't see any blood on him, so oh, there it is on his neck. She grabs his gun.
No, Cheryl. No, Cheryl. No.
Almost able, you kill! Kill you! Almost able!
You're right, I'm wrong.
She takes off in the van, leaving him to rot in the desert, where presumably he passed away from his wounds, thus ending Murderlust. All right, let's talk about Murderlust. How did I find out about this movie? I think my pal Eric over at Mountaintop 9 on his YouTube channel, I think he reviewed this or mentioned this at some point or other. That's where it came to my attention. And so I picked it up on Severin's sale. I think it was Severin or was it Vinegar Syndrome? One of those two. I can't remember which one it was. But anyway, they had a sale Memorial Day weekend, and that's where I picked this up from. And I didn't find out till today, actually. There's a bonus movie on here called Project Nightmare. So one extra movie for my collection I've never heard of before. But anyway, Murderlust. It's a 1985 film, and it looks almost kind of looks like it was shot on video, but it wasn't. But it's close. This is probably something that was on VHS shelves back in the 80s in various video stores, although none of the stores in my neighborhood had this one. We have a serial killer, basically. He picks up prostitutes and women, whatever he can find, and he chokes them to death. That's what he does. And then when he's done with them, he takes them into the desert and dumps them off a little cliff, and sometimes pees on them. When he's not killing prostitutes and other women, he's working as a youth counselor in his local church. He's not very popular with the kids. They think he's a big prick. In fact, Debbie draws a picture of him holding his big prick, gets in trouble with it. Later on, Debbie accuses him of molesting her, but then he denies it, of course, and I don't think he actually did anything to it. I think it was a lie, but he convinces her father that she was lying, and his father says, yeah, my daughter's a liar, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he meets this other girl named Cheryl, who he picked up on the road with some car trouble. He was going to kill her, but then she kind of said that she liked him. I guess she knew him years ago. They went to school together or something. She had a crush on him, so he decided not to kill her. Maybe there's something going on there. But he does kill this one girl who was walking down the street. He pretended that he was a photographer and wanted to take pictures of her as a model. Killed her. He loses his job as a security guard. He was like I don't know. He was saying rude things to the secretary there, so he lost his job. Then he got a new job as a janitor in this store or something, and he didn't like that job though, but he needed some money. But then he applied for this job as some sort of youth psychologist thing through the church. It's a new unit that's going to open up. It's a big opportunity for him, and he gets the job. However, Cheryl, who is somehow connected to this church thing too, eventually convinces the guy who was going to fund the project not to do it until this Mojave Desert killer is found, because it's a danger to girls. So I don't know. I don't really see the connection between the two, but whatever. So now Steve is pissed. He quit his job as the custodian when he found out he was getting this new job. Now he has no job, and he's pissed at Cheryl. So he takes Cheryl out into the desert, yells at her, screams at her, bashes her, and then is going to kill her too. But then Cheryl turns the tables on him, bites him in the neck, grabs his gun, and then shoots him out in the desert a couple times, takes it off in the van, and leaves him there, and he dies of his wounds, thus ending Murderlust. So there you go. Yeah, you know what? This kind of reminds me a little bit of some of the Bill Rebane films, or even the Don Dohler films that are out there. Very, very low budget, but it's a coherent thing going on here. It kind of had that very low budget rural movie, cheap filmmaking charm to it. I think that's the best way I can describe it. The people in this movie, I don't know who they were or whatever they've done. Apparently, one of the girls who got killed, I think it was the second victim I showed in the apartment, that was Ashley St. John, I believe, and she's done some movies. She was in The Wildlife. She may have been a porn actress or a stripper. I don't know. Maybe she appeared in Playboy. I'm not sure. But yeah, she was somewhat of a name back in the 80s. But anyway, that is Murderlust. Now, like I said, I got this on that sale. I think I only got this for $9.99. It's not bad considering there's an extra movie on here as well. Not Blu-ray, just a DVD. Not sure if this is on Blu-ray or not. But anyway, that is Murderlust. Curious if anybody else has seen this movie besides me. If so, leave some comments. Let me know. And I'll leave a link to it on Amazon if you're looking to buy it. And for $9.99, you can't go wrong. Buy it. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments. Bye.